Welcome to my Super Bowl coverage for 2017. This is advertising coverage because, as some of you know, I'm not a football kind of girl. I dress like a woman, I voted for President Trump, and we're ready to go. Now, my first car that I ever owned was actually an Audi. So I was very interested in seeing the Audi commercial. But I think the CEO of Audi is going to want to really listen in here. Even the Wall Street Journal has written an article about all the controversy behind this ad. I was placed on the Thinkers 50 Guru Radar list for the world's top business thinkers, so it's always fun to weigh in with my comments on Super Bowl ads. And we've covered a lot of great ads over the years. X-Piece is one of my favorite ads of all time, as some of you know, by Unilever. We worked with them for a number of years on getting their advertising more female-friendly. We succeeded. The Audi ad. A lot of people don't like the term gender equality, and I can tell you that gender parity is a much friendlier word when it comes to both men and women. Her father is actually weighing in over the ad with a narrative, but the problem is that they're showing this young girl who couldn't be, more than 10 or 12 years old. They're showing her doing something masculine, go-kart racing a boy in a go-kart. And of course she wins the race and her father's all excited. It would have been much more powerful if they had shown this young girl doing something feminine, because then that would have shown the boys, wow, being feminine is a positive thing, okay? And feminine is actually a leadership quality in the 21st century. I am very much a fan of both masculine and feminine leadership styles. That's why I call it the yin and yang of leadership. And they're different. So, and they're not even necessarily gender specific. And the problem is that leadership in business was based on a masculine model. So we've got to coach all these male executives, CEOs, CMOs. Being feminine is a positive thing, okay? So the first thing I did was I looked up the Audi management team here in the United States, because that's where the ad was presented. The president of Audi is a man, looks quite young actually, I don't know his exact age, and they've got a lot of men on that team here in Audi US. So my advice to the president of Audi US would be get more women on your team. It appears that the head of marketing and product management is a man. Because what comes out of a marketing department of a major corporation is often a sign of who's on that executive team. I'm offering this advice to Audi in the spirit of, you were the first car that I ever owned. I've always loved German cars. I really want Audi to succeed. I have a soft spot for Audi. As of, February 4th, the ad had 5 million views and 41,000 dislikes on YouTube, and I think it only had a handful of likes. I mean, you should have seen all the comments that were against this ad. Again, we really need to portray gender parity, and we need to portray feminine leadership, okay? And when we get it right, leadership in the 21st century can be masculine or feminine. But it's not just going to be equal, and it's not just going to be masculine. And that's where a lot of people are really missing the boat at Davos and World Economic Forum. These tech billionaires are now buying these homes in New Zealand, apparently, in case there's a nuclear war or populist uprising in the United States. Well, we can avoid all of this, Silicon Valley CEOs, if we just start investing in women, okay? Give them some angel investment. Give them venture capital, put them on your CEO teams, allow them to be feminine, because we work very well with men. President Trump, a lot of us voted for President Trump. So many of us like to dress like a woman. That's a new hashtag on Twitter. I love feminine attire, and I have some other videos where you can see that. Love high heels and lipstick. Piers Morgan, let's get those women to World Economic Forum ASAP. We don't want the world to blow up. We don't want everyone in Silicon Valley moving to New Zealand. But what we do want is for male CEOs to start hiring more women, investing in their companies. If I were you, I would be embarrassed that I had $1 billion and these women with the best educations and experience money can buy, who are 45 years old, can't get an angel investor? Are you kidding me? It's because we have ads like the Audi ad saying, oh, you should be like a boy. It's always very risky for a major brand to get involved in politics. We're already seeing the fallout. I've talked to a lot of women this week who will never shop at Nordstrom's again. They've dropped the Ivanka Trump brand. They've upset a lot of people. I looked it up. It's a male CMO, once again, a male CEO. The timing of that was in such bad taste. You don't drop the first daughter's, clothing and shoe line a couple of weeks after her father becomes president. I mean, I told the Financial Times this is, really bad. We've seen Starbucks suffer. The boycott Starbucks hashtag is on Twitter. There are a lot of issues going on right now between corporations and brands, in part because these corporations are trying to control politics, and this is a very, very bad thing for CEOs or corporations to get involved with. Anytime you get involved in politics, you're going to upset half of your customer base and, frankly, a lot of your employee base, too. You may not realize it, but not all millennials agree with you on all of your topics, I guarantee you, and not all women, baby boomers, agree with you either. There's a lot of diversity of thought that's needed at places like World Economic Forum, in the advertising world especially. I mean, I see some of these publications. As much as I love Ad Age, there need to have more conservative and moderate viewpoints and women and female viewpoints. I mean, not so long ago, it was like 3% of the chief creative officers of the major ad agencies were women. It's now up to about, I think, 10%. Maybe we've done a little better because I've, put some videos out there to Sir Martin Sorrell and others. We need to get it up to at least 30 or 40% because, believe me, there's plenty of talent out there in the advertising community that's female. We need to get you invited to Cannes Lions. We need to get you invited to Davos. We need to work together with these male CEOs. Some of them have done a good job, but there's a lot of work to be done here. If you want to see an ad that I really love, I'd like you to all head to the Jimmy Choo YouTube channel and look for the 20th anniversary music video that Jimmy Choo did. It was a fabulous ad. It was very empowering for feminine leaders. There were high heels, there were models, there were boots, there were, strong music in the background called Girl Gang. If you're going to try and shut us down, we'll show you how we get down. It was fun and powerful and feminine and interesting. And there was a lot of diversity in terms of the models that they used. And it was very strong in terms of feminine leadership. I'd like to see more ads like that, where we take the feminine and we make it feminine and powerful. And as we do that together, I think we're going to see a lot more women leaders thrive. So I'd like to work with as many CEOs and chief marketing officers as I can. I'd be happy to review your advertising and give you my thoughts as a management consultant and creative expert. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon. I'm Sandra Rupp. I'd like to thank 65 countries for listening and for watching. You can subscribe at Career Expert on YouTube and follow my tweets at Exec Career Coach. And let me tell you, we love to dress like a woman. Stay tuned. And thanks for watching.